afternoon or night, at whatever time you're watching the following video. I'm the Magister Aro de Calderon, and today we're going to cover the last and final type of rule of three, the mixed rule of three. If you haven't watched the previous videos, and I mean the direct rule of three and inverse rule of three, please click on the description and watch them. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand any of this. These type of problems are really useful in the job. Instead of going directly and trying to fix a problem of the company with physics, chemistry, calculus, among any other science tools, you can just apply this and you will be able to solve a problem that you thought it was harder to solve. Okay, let's check it out. If 8 workers carry out in 9 days working at the rate of 6 hours per day on a 30-meter wall, how many days will it take 10 workers at the rate of 8 hours a day for a 15-meter wall? Okay, first step, we have to identify our variables, all right? We have workers, hours, meters, and we also have days. The problem says that 8 workers work 6 hours, 9 days on a 30-meter wall. How many days will it take 10 workers at the rate of 8 hours on a 50-meter wall? We want to know how many days, therefore I will write the X here. Now, this is the reason why I told you that we needed to first watch the previous videos, because we're going to do this. We're going to do like a chart. We're going to compare every variable with the one we want to know, which is days. For example, let's write here, workers and days. Now, hours and days. Then meters and days. Now we have to write if they are a direct rule of three or an inverse rule of three. That is why we needed to cover the past videos. When we have more workers, it takes less time, less days to finish the task. Therefore, this is inverse. When we have more hours, it takes less days. Therefore, this is an inverse. Because the people are working more hours, therefore it should take us less days, right? When we have more meters, then we have more days working. Therefore, this is a direct rule of three. Perhaps you may be asking yourself, why do I have to do this? This is the reason. Okay, if the rule of three is direct, then therefore we're going to leave the numbers as they are. Otherwise, we will shift them on their inverse form. Okay, let's do this. So workers with days is inverse. Therefore, instead of writing 8 divided by 10, I'm going to write 10 divided by 8. This is multiplying meters. And we said that when we have more meters, it takes more days. Therefore, I'm going to leave it as it is. 30 divided by 50. Which this is multiplying hours. And the hours, we said that when we have more hours, it takes less days. Therefore, it's an inverse. Therefore, this is going to be 8 divided by 6. Perhaps you may be asking also yourself, why did I wrote down this first? It's because I wanted to leave the big numbers in the middle. You're gonna see why. And this equals 9 over x. As I said in the last video, this we will have to apply a little bit of algebra, but just follow it along, please. We have to isolate the x, right? Therefore, we're gonna send it to the other side, multiplying the factors. Therefore, this x that multiplies 10 times 30 times 8 divided by 8 times 50 times 6 equals 9. If you multiply these numbers, you're gonna have 2,400 x divided by 2,400 equals 9. This equals 1 because 2,400 divided by the same number equals 1. Therefore, this one is cancelled and we have x equals 9. And the answer is 9. This means that they're going to take the same amount of days to finish the task, even though they have 2 more workers, 2 more hours, but those 20 meters higher are making the difference, and that is why they will also take 9 days to finish the task. The tricky part in this problem was this one, because this part we already did it in the previous videos, identifying our variables and filling out the information. This part is the one that makes the difference in this problem. The comparison between the variables and the variable we wanted to know. For example, workers against days, it was inverse. After you identify all the variables against the variable that you wanted to know, you have to apply whatever is here. For example, in the inverse form, you have to shift the numbers. Workers against days was inverse. Therefore, we needed to shift the 10 over 8 instead of 8 over 10. As I told you before, this type of problems are very useful on a job. Instead of going directly and trying to apply calculus, algebra, statistics, dynamics, or any other science tool you want to mention, sometimes you just have to go for the simplest form, which is arithmetics, and that will make the job for you. Remember, the problem is not your capacity. It's assuming that you cannot achieve it. See you in the next video.